I hope anyone that listens to this will forgive the quality of the audio as far as production and so on. But it was a good friend of mine who said to me, you're good at expressing what's on your heart, Eric, whether on the phone or face-to-face or in a group, but getting this all written and then put out is a whole nother challenge for you. So, here it is. Here's my attempt to try to get it out there in a way which is more natural to me. Are we not always at a crossroads? Don't we daily or even minute by minute have to decide which irrevocable path we have to go down, we want to go down? Whether it be God's perfect will, or maybe His permissive will, or something less than that. So this is amazing. Our decisions, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, and so on, are really affecting our path, actually even into eternity. A simple choice of daily seeking after God, asking for His will, and then stepping out by faith and doing that which He reveals to me needs to be done. Or perhaps I'm just seeking pleasure. I just really want to be happy and I'm not so much interested in God's will. So that's an example of the extreme. But there are things which are more subtle. For example, what spiritual food do we feed on? Maybe we go and hang out with a friend that we know is going to just kind of be more neutral in God. And yet we also know another friend. We know that we could call them and ask, hey, can I come over and kind of, sit at the kitchen table and I got to tell you some things that I need prayer about. I need more strength, more of the strength of God in my life. And I know also that I can pray for you too. And God is faithful. And it's amazing how that is a more subtle decision where we could kind of just go hang out with someone who's maybe more fun for the time being, or someone who actually is hungry for God. Speaking of spiritual food, where when I'm with them, fellowshipping with them, it's a spiritual investment. So here we have an example that's more subtle than the first example I gave of choosing God's will or choosing our own pleasure. Here it's more difficult to discern, and more subtle, where would seem harmless to hang out with our friend who's maybe not really into God that much, but they're not bad or anything. And yet there would be spiritual food, there would be spiritual renewal, there would be a blessing, and you'd be helping one another with the friend at their kitchen table, where you were fellowshipping in God. You were gathering in His name, where you have the promise He is there in the midst. So for our next segment, we want to go even subtler. And that, of course, is not a word, but you know what I mean.